Alright. Okay. So, uh, alright then. We getting close. Getting real close. Alright. Alright, well, here we go. It's that time again. Uh, it's time for it's time for the old Christmas edition of Story Time with Ed. Hey, there's my girl Chrissy. Excuse me. My daughter's watching, and I'm glad she is. She told me she was going to, and I'm really glad she's here, even though she's at work. But hey Mark, what's going on, man? Ain't nothing going on here. We just we're just here doing this thing. But anyway, well, I was gonna say something and I don't remember what now. uh, well, as we can all tell, I had to do it all by myself tonight. Not because the crew pissed me off and I fired them again or anything like that. I mean, it's Christmas, so I gave them time off for this. Of course, they ain't getting paid for it, I can tell you that. Fuck them bastards. And they'll fuck up enough shit around here. But anyway, I do gotta say one thing though. Of course I didn't do any kind of good preparation for this, so I ain't got a clue whose birthdays are coming up or whose birthday it is or anything like that. But I will say this coming Saturday, the 28th, my daughter Chrissy that's watching, it's gonna be her birthday. So everybody say happy birthday to Chrissy, and I love you, sweet pea, and it's well, I hope you have a great birthday. We'll say that. Wow, and there is the beautiful and vivacious Teresa Hawkins is watching. Now I'm intimidated, and now I'm gonna really fuck up. Now I'm nervous. Man. Alright. So, oh, well, happy birthday to your mom there, Mark. I hope she has a great day tomorrow. And there's my Aunt Sue, she's watching. And, oh, Teresa, I love you too, baby, I do. And, I'm glad you're doing good. And, so, but, anywho. Alright, so tonight we have a double feature as far as the Christmas books go. So, without any further ado, or ado, or however you want to say it, yo. Whew. We're going to start with the first book. that we have here tonight. And hey, Mariah, happy Christmas, early Christmas Eve to y'all too. Give them kids a hug for me. My grandbaby's mom right there. Alright, so we're gonna start off with the first book entitled Fritz the Fartin' Reindeer. So, here we go with Fritz the Farting Reindeer. Everyone was so excited that Christmas was just 1 week away. Santa came to visit and say hi to all his reindeers. There's Santa, all the reindeer. Santa giving some good advice. Be sure to hydrate and drink lots of water before the big day. Well, every year, Santa chose his best reindeer to assist him. The task was huge. Deliver Christmas presents around the world to little boys and little girls. To make sure that his reindeer were up to the task, only the best was chosen. Reindeer who wanted to be on Santa's Christmas crew had to perform a series of tests. No one really knew how Santa chose his reindeer, but one thing was for sure. He picked only the ones he knew would endure the long and difficult journey. Since Comet was out with a broken leg, Cupid was away on a special mission. There were spots up for grabs. Well, Fritz couldn't believe it. The day was fast approaching. He'd waited all year for it, and this meant he needed to make final preparations. Would he be one of the reindeer chosen? On Monday, he ran the 5 miles of sign, but while he was running, he got that oh so familiar feeling in his tummy. He intentionally ran slower, but with every step he took, the air escaped like the slow release of a balloon. Well, on Tuesday, safety class started at 8 a.m. During instruction, Fritz let out a silent fart. He thought, what's the harm? But then everyone started making faces. He joined in so no one would suspect him. On Wednesday, Fritz was feeling good about his chances of being chosen, but then a disaster happened. After practice, everyone went down to the pond to swim. He thought he was safe to release some pressure. Suddenly bubbles began to appear. He tried to cover it up, but there were too many, and everyone was looking at him in disbelief. On Thursday, all the reindeer gathered around for their weekly comedy skit. Rudolph was telling the best jokes, and everyone was having a grand time. Then Rudolph delivered his last punchline, and it sent Fritz rolling. And, well, he let some go. He felt awkward, so he laughed it off. Santa was there again. Hope he doesn't smell it, Fritz thought. And on Fridays, burritos were served for lunch, 'cause as if Fritz needed any more help. After he had 3 burritos, good grief, man, this guy. After he had 3 burritos, he felt a loud scream coming from his tummy. He ran to the bathroom before anything could happen. In that glorious moment when he could fart loud and proud, he got a feeling of satisfaction and accomplishment. Well. And on Saturday, everyone gathered around to get their antlers polished. Fritz was third in line when suddenly he got that airy feeling again. Boy, do I need to let one rip, he thought. So that's exactly what he did. As soon as others noticed the smell, he looked up at the sky, pretending to see something very unusual. No one even suspected that was him. Well, finally, it was the big day. Santa would announce which reindeer would accompany him this year. As he called out the names, Fritz felt sure he would not be chosen. He began to look down at the floor. There's old Santa right there. He's calling out the names Dasher, Prancer, and Vixen, and Fritz. What did he say? He said Fritz. Holy sheep shit bad man, I got picked. Well, Fritz didn't really say that. I was ad-libbing. You know, we do that around here sometimes. We just kind of add shit in when we want to. Oh, whew. Okay, so Fritz got chosen. Fritz the farting reindeer got chosen. So, here's to you, Fritz. Good job. Alright. Fritz was so overcome with joy to be part of Santa's crew, and he was so thankful that it hadn't mattered that he had had a lot of gas. And there's Mrs. Santa saying, well, for the sake of all the other reindeer, let's put you in the back, Fritz. Not sure that's a good idea for Santa. You know? Poor old Santa. Alright, so, well, alright then. So Fritz had to go to the back of the line in order not to kill the rest of the reindeer. And that was the end of that book of Fritz the Farting Reindeer. So, alright. I guess that wasn't horrible. Was it? I don't know, in a way I kind of feel like it was. But, so we're just going to do one more of these. We can do that, because it's Christmas, right? Yeah. So, on to the next book. This is our normal Christmas go-to. So, some of y'all have heard this one, some of you haven't. But, it's all about a snowblower and a tow truck. We're just going to go ahead and clarify that. Excuse me. And, so we're going to read a story now about how hookers and blow saved Christmas. Alright. Hookers and blow saves Christmas. It was Christmas Eve in the small town of Pleasant. Everyone was excited to soon open their presents. The weather was cold, with deep piles of snow. Police officer called for hookers and blow. Tom Transport is loaded with cards, candy, and gifts, but broke down out of town and is stuck in the snowdrifts. See? The truck is... This guy is not having a good evening. Because anybody who's ever been broke down in a big truck on a cold day sucks. It's bad. It sucks. Feel bad for this guy right here, right now. We need all of those presents for the big party today. No problem, said the hookers. We can help right away. Well, the snow was quite deep and covered the road, and Blow got to work blowing and could handle the load. I bet she could. They traveled down Main Street and straight out of town, drove up on Mount Dexter, then all the way down. Just round the bend, Tom Transport soon did appear, all covered in snow, right up to his mirrors. Damn, that's gotta suck. Gotta suck. Well, Blow cleared away the snow, and it didn't take long. Now hookers could check what might have gone wrong. There's all kinds of shit could have gone wrong. Yeah, but how do you go wrong with hookers and Blow? I mean, they're gonna save Christmas. Hookers reached round and popped up Tom's big hood, attached booster cables, and said, "Crank it real good." Tom stuttered and sputtered, then started to groan. His tired old engine, it just might be blown. Well, we don't want that. Tom moaned as the snow and the hills were maybe too much. I might have broken a piston or wore out the clutch. Well, pretty sure you'd be able to tell the difference between those two things there. But you know, it's a children's book, so they just kind of throw shit in there. So, whew. Well, no problem, said Hookers. I'm a big tow truck, you see. We'll get you to town quickly. Old Blow and me. With Tom mounted on with Tom mounted on Hookers, Blow plowed through the snow. They headed for town, driving careful and slow. The Hookers got on the radio and called up ahead. Police Officer Bob, we have Tom, but his engine is dead. The snow keeps on falling. Blow is blowing real hard. But we'll get there in time with candy, presents, and cards. Across bridges and train tracks, Blow leading the way. Up and down old Mount Dexter, they soon made up the delay. Hey, there's my other kid, There's my other kid watching. How you doing? Good to see you on here. You missed the first story, but well, you pretty much missing all of the second story. But anyway, either way, I'm glad you're here. They drove straight up Main Street while everyone smiled. Tom loaded with presents for each and every child. They arrived at the party, and there was great cheer, for Hookers and Blow had made it the best day of the year. Well, don't they always? I mean, how could it not be a great day with those two around? You know? Hell, it doesn't even have to be Christmas for that to happen. Yeah. Anyway. So, there you go. That is your story time with Ed doubleheader for the night. We had Fritz the Farting Reindeer and Hookers and Blow Saves Christmas. So, other than that, I ain't got shit for y'all. We're getting ready to wrap up 2024. And, like, when you get to being my age, that shit just don't really even fucking matter anymore. Kind of just another day to me. Except I don't have to go to work. I'm always good with that. But, oh, look, there's old Chad Turley. And I see you there, Chad, peeking. You and your dad, old rock and roll. And, how many shots did you miss? Fuck, I don't know. I don't even know why you're asking me to count. But, hey Laurel, how you doing? Long time no see. Yeah, honey, you can borrow one of them books anytime. You can borrow any of them. Oh no, see, that wasn't me, Chad. Raymond tried to entice me to go behind the pile. That didn't work. Charlie, on the other hand, Charlie was back there for a while. So, you know, what him and Raymond were talking about back there, I have no idea. I love you too, baby. Hey, there's old Bobby Timmons, aka Cookie. Good to see you on here. You missed the stories though. But anyway, so Christmas is coming up, and we yeah. So I hope every single one of y'all has a great Christmas. And Justin, you need to just take it down a notch. Take about 20% off on that, alright? With that fucking hook'em bullshit. But anyway, so from everybody here at Storytime with Ed, we want to wish every single one of you, and we're doing this with all seriousness, you know, because we love every single one of you, and we're glad we know we didn't do very many of these this year, but the few that we did do, we all appreciates every single one of y'all tuning in and saying hi and having a few drinks with me and everything. So for everybody out there and the millions and millions watching around the world, I just want to say Merry Christmas to y'all. I love you. Happy New Year. And y'all be safe out there, and yeah. Merry Christmas, y'all. Love you. Well, Teresa, this counts as hydration, doesn't it? Okay. I don't know. Anyway, thank y'all. Love you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see y'all later on. Love every single one of you. Merry Christmas, y'all.